The digital future of trade. Imagine a world where the lengthy paperwork that slows down global trade disappears. No more waiting days for documents to be couriered, no risk of losing important papers, and everything done securely online. Sounds like a dream? Well, this is the world digital trade aims to create, and the ICC has been leading the way with special rules to make this happen. Welcome. Today we dive into the ICC's digital trade rules, eUCP, eURC, URDTT, and the global laws that make digital trade smooth, secure, and legally strong. Why digital trade and why now? Global trade has traditionally been tied down by piles of paper documents, letters of credit, bills of lading, invoices, insurance papers, and many more. This paper world causes delays, extra costs, risks of fraud or misplacement, and creates headaches for importers, exporters, and banks alike. Digital trade breaks these chains. By shifting documents and processes online, businesses reduce delays, cut costs, and improve security. Furthermore, in our connected digital age, technologies like blockchain, artificial intelligence, and electronic signatures are reshaping trade, making it faster and more transparent. To guide this transformation, ICC developed digital trade rules that work alongside existing trade finance rules but focus entirely on electronic records and transactions. ICC's eRules, the foundation of digital trade. The ICC has updated the traditional trade finance rulebooks UCP 600 for letters of credit and URC 522 for documentary collections by issuing electronic rules called eRules. These are eUCP, Electronic Uniform Customs and Practice for Documentary Credits. This supplements UCP 600 to recognize electronic presentations of documents under letters of credit. It sets rules for electronic records to be accepted by banks, replacing the physical document requirement. eURC, Electronic Uniform Rules for Collections. This extends URC 522 to collections handling electronic records, giving the same treatment to digital documents. URDTT, Uniform Rules for Digital Trade Transactions. This is a newer, broader set of rules designed for fully digital trade transactions beyond traditional finance products. It covers sales, services, and payments all done digitally. These e-rules are designed to work with electronic records rather than paper, providing clarity on how digital documents should be presented, examined, and accepted. What is eUCP and why it matters? eUCP is essentially UCP 600's digital companion. When a letter of credit says it is subject to eUCP, it means banks have to accept digital presentations of documents like electronic bills of lading or invoices. Key points about eUCP. It defines what kinds of electronic records are acceptable, such as PDF files, scanned images, or data files. It sets rules about when and where these electronic documents must be presented. It explains how banks should examine electronic documents and handle discrepancies. It reduces the need for physical paper documents, speeding up transaction times. Version 2.1 of eUCP released recently aligns with the Unilateral Model Law on Electronic Transferable Records (MLETR), strengthening the legal basis for digital trade documents. eURC, the Digital Collection Rulebook. For documentary collections, eURC applies similar digital principles. It allows importers and exporters to use electronic documents instead of paper when processing payments through banks. This means faster processing, reduced physical handling, and better tracking of documents. URDTT, a leap towards fully digital trade. The URDTT is specifically made for a world where every step of a trade transaction is digital. Contracts, shipping documents, payments, and communications. It is technology neutral, meaning it can work with any digital platform or tech like blockchain, smart contracts, or distributed ledgers. URDTT aims to provide a global standard for digital trade transactions, support new financial service providers beyond banks, be compatible with major international laws like UNICITRAL's model laws on electronic commerce, electronic signatures, and electronic transferable records. This makes URDTT a powerful and flexible framework for the future of digital global trade. Supporting digital trade. Other important laws and standards. ICC isn't alone in this digital trade revolution. Globally, laws and efforts support digital trade. UNICITRAL Model Law on Electronic Transferable Records, MLETR, this is a global blueprint law enabling electronic documents to carry the same legal weight as paper originals. Countries adopting MLETR provide legal certainty for digital trade documents like bills of lading and electronic transferable records. Electronic signatures and electronic commerce laws. These laws recognize digital signatures as legally valid and ensure electronic contracts are enforceable. International standards for data interchange, such as those from UNCE which enable smooth and interoperable data exchange between trade partners worldwide. ICC also launched the Digital Standards Initiative or DSI to promote harmonized digital trade standards, policy reforms and capacity building across countries and industries. Benefits of ICC digital trade rules. Faster transactions, online document presentation and examination reduce physical delays. Lower costs, less need for courier services, paper handling and storage. Greater security, electronic records are harder to forge and easier to track. Legal clarity. eRules and MLETR provide a clear legal framework for digital documents. Flexibility. Technology-neutral rules allow use of latest innovations like blockchain or smart contracts. Inclusion. New players like Fintech firms can participate in trade finance activities. Challenges to digital trade adoption. Technology gaps. Not all countries or businesses have access to reliable digital infrastructure. Legal harmonization. Different jurisdictions adopt digital laws at varying speeds, causing cross-border issues. Trust and awareness. Some trade participants still prefer traditional paper documents out of habit or mistrust. Cyber security risks. Digital systems must be protected from hacking and data breaches. Integration. Aligning digital trade rules with existing national regulations and trade finance practices is complex. The way forward, building a digital trade ecosystem. To fully realize the benefits of ICC's digital trade rules and related laws, multiple stakeholders must work together. Governments and regulators align legal frameworks with model laws like MLETR and encourage digital trade-friendly policies. Banks and financial institutions upgrade banking systems to process electronic documents smoothly. Businesses invest in digital platforms and build trust in electronic trade processes. Technology providers develop interoperable secure solutions using AI, blockchain, and cloud technologies. International organizations continue promoting global standards and harmonization initiatives like ICC's Digital Standards Initiative and UNCE. Embracing the digital trade revolution. The ICC's eRules, eUCP, eURC, and URDTT, combined with global digital laws like MLETR, are transforming how trade finance and transactions happen worldwide. By shifting from paper to digital, trade becomes faster, cheaper, and more secure. Challenges remain, but the collaboration of legal, financial, and technology sectors is paving the way for a seamless digital trade future. The time to understand and adopt these digital trade rules is now, because the future of trade is not just global, it's digital. Please subscribe to our channel to get more such updates, interesting facts and insights in trade finance and cross-border remittances.